How's it going, guys? Hope you're having a good Sunday. It's been a while since I have talked about a NASCAR Heat game or even made a video on NASCAR Heat, but it seems like that time is coming. NASCAR Heat 5, the announcement is coming soon, most likely this week, according to the world's most beloved journalist in motorsports, the one that pretty much I would say everyone gets to see what he says and everyone's really good friends with him, the good and not blocking everyone on the planet on Twitter, reliable Jim Utter. And he said that announcement is coming soon for NASCAR Heat 5 this week, so we will get an announcement. Probably the game is in production. It's going to be made, probably a release date of around September, but maybe not, maybe going to be closer to the start of the season, a little bit of a delay into February, but I don't think that's going to be happening. I think this game will release around September, and then the next-gen version of the game might take a little bit longer to come out, but I do think this game will be coming out around that September slot, which it usually does come every year. As we know that a NASCAR Heat 5 announcement is coming very soon in the upcoming week, I wanted to make a video to talk about some of the things I'm hoping to see in the game, but also some of the things that I think will not be in the game. There was an article that probably a lot of you guys heard about back in February from Operation Sports, where 704 Games had pretty much their own Reddit Q&A, and they answered a lot of questions on the upcoming NASCAR Heat 5 game, what might be in it, what might not. So as you can see right here in this article, one thing that's definitely not going to be in the game is a customizable and full paint booth. And this is something that I've been asking for a while, but you gave a good answer. I mean, they want to make sure they do it right. So it seems like in the next gen version, they're just going to work on a solution to get a fully customizable paint booth into the game. They'll make it a main feature. That is one thing I wanted to touch on, is that NASCAR Heat 5 will be the final game on the current gen consoles. Obviously, NASCAR Heat 6 will probably be made for Xbox One and PS4, but starting for the next game, whether it's called NASCAR Heat 6 or whether it's called NASCAR 2021, whatever it's going to be called, is that game is going to be on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X as well as PC. So they're going to be using, and something that I found very interesting is they're going to be using a new engine. The reason why I say that is because there's a question here that says, any changes to the engine you guys developing the game on? Can we finally see the games hit 60 FPS instead of 30 on consoles? And the name of the game, and they said that NASCAR Heat 5 will be running on the same engine, which is Unity, but that will change for future projects on the new generation of hardware, which is the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And the name is also in discussion that is taking place internally at the moment. So that's something I'm really excited about, because again, this whole entire game is built off the Unity engine, and as you guys know, I've been saying for a long time, if you've been following my channel, I just do not agree with the method of building it on the Unity engine. Now I understand why it happened, because again, this was pretty much a startup company, didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of resources, needed a game out there that was somewhat respectable, so they had to go with NASCAR Heat Evolution on the Unity engine, which is the worst racing game I've ever played, but you had to get something out there on the Unity engine, and they've been working year after year to build it on the Unity engine. I think they've done a pretty good job with what they have on that engine. I have one of my really good friends who has worked on the Unity engine, has created a video game or mobile app game on Unity, which again, a lot of Unity is for mobile app games, and even he says putting a console game on the Unity engine and trying to advertise it as this AAA kind of game, which I'm not saying they are doing, but you want a racing game like F1 or like NASCAR to be AAA quality. To have it be running on the Unity engine is not okay. You can't, it's just not, the engine's not fit to bring a game to the quality that's expected of it, just on the Unity engine. That's why you see even the gigabyte files of the game is just not that much. It's just not the engine that you want to be running on. So hopefully on the new generation of hardware, they're going to be using a better engine. But for NASCAR Heat 5, what can you see on NASCAR Heat 5? What is going to be some of the changes? I think personally there's not going to be a lot of changes. I think it's just going to be tweaking and improving. I've seen some complaints that they focus a lot on esports, and I think that's a good thing that they focus a lot on esports, because esports is growing, and I think that's a way for the community to get involved. However, I do understand, especially like for me, I love playing career mode, so I want to see career mode changes. I do not think we're going to be seeing a lot of career mode changes in NASCAR Heat 5. I think you're going to see upgrades and maybe some tweaks to it. I don't think you're going to see what happened between Heat 3 and Heat 4, where, if anything, career mode got worse from Heat 3 and Heat 4, because there was just nothing added and a few things taken away. I do not think that's going to be the case for NASCAR Heat 5. You can't do what FIFA does and start taking away features every year and not adding anything. They won't do that. So hopefully some features are added to career mode, and I hope that NASCAR Heat 5's career mode is going to be worth playing for me, because I did not really play Heat 4 career mode since I already did the Heat 4 career mode on Heat 3. It's the same exact thing. So hopefully career mode is going to be a little bit better, but I think the main thing I'm trying to send here is it looks like the next generation of consoles is going to be where the game is probably definitely really upgraded. But also take that with a grain of salt, because as you guys know, every time there's a new generation of consoles and you try to take a game and port it over to the next generation, it's a little bit difficult. You usually cannot net port a PS2 game straight onto PS3. You saw EA Sports have a lot of problems porting their PS2 sports games that were really highly rated in pretty much everything they did, and then they go to PS3, and the first few years it took them a while to get their feet wet. It takes a little bit of time to get used to the new generation. It takes a little bit of time to get the game basically back going how you want it to. And if what's true for NASCAR Heat 6 is they're probably going to be using a different engine, then they're going to have to build the game from scratch on that engine. So it's going to be a building process in which I kind of hope in the future, like I said, I expect this game to come out in September, and then I hope that the next game after this one, if it comes out in September, does not come out until February of around 2022. I would like a 1.5 year break for the developers to focus on that next generation and try to put as much quality into that product as possible, instead of rushing something because NASCAR is saying, hey, we need a game out by September or something like that. I hope that does not happen and that they take the time. But that's looking down into the future. Again, for NASCAR Heat 5, what do you expect? I expect a few career mode changes, a few upgrades there. I expect a few tweaks to the physics and the graphics, but not much. I think the graphics are going to relatively remain the same. Audio is going to relatively remain the same. I think a few things that they could do is add some different features. They can maybe get a little bit creative, think of different ways to add something. But I think they're going to mainly focus on esports, focus on online mode, and focus a little bit on the career mode changes. There's not going to be a new series coming into NASCAR Heat 5. They're still going to remain with the 4 series that they have. But I think this game's just going to be, it's going to be a upgrade to Heat 4, but it's not going to be a revolution. It's just going to be tweaks, I think, in my opinion. Now, I might be wrong. Maybe they'll come out and just blow us away with some really cool features. I'm hoping maybe if they could figure it out, Legend Driver is getting to the game, but I'm not sure if they can do that just because logistically how it works. But hopefully they get some big features in there. Again, Paint Booth is not going to be one of the features that has already been said. Career mode, massive changes to career mode does not look like it's going to be either, because here in this article it says what kind of changes can be put into career mode, and it said the biggest change will be the amount of statistics that will be available to you during your career. So if that's the biggest change, you probably won't see a lot. I think you'll see minor upgrades here and there into what you're going to be doing. I will say, be excited for the future of this series. I've been very nice to these guys and given them a lot of breaks, because again, in this building these games, you have to understand it's a very small team that has been building these games, and they just can't get everything that you would want them to get into the game. But now with Motorsports Games coming in and basically buying out 704, they have a lot of funding behind the scenes. They're able to hire more developers. They have moved all of the development in-house. So it used to be with Monster Games. That is no longer anymore, which I'm happy about, because I don't believe Monster Games has been doing a very good job. No offense, they just haven't been doing anything. They've moved all development in-house. They've been hiring a lot of people, growing the team, building the team, people from Codemasters, people from these AAA studios that are coming in and trying to make a better game, and it looks like that's what they're going to be doing. So I'm very excited about that. I'm excited that they have the funding now to really push. I think you're really going to see those changes in the next generation of consoles, and I don't know what we're really going to see for Heat 5. They have to get something out there, because I think the community's been very patient with them. Again, it's been, 5 years since NASCAR Heat Evolution? It's been a long time, and we kind of, you got to start giving the community something to work with. Because they've been very, very patient. I think online's really good. I think the esports scene is really good. I just think they need to upgrade a little bit just the game itself, the physics and the graphics, and really got to get career mode going, because I really want to see a career mode community come back to life in a NASCAR game. So again, expect a announcement this week. Do not know exactly when, but expect it this week. I'll probably make a video on it when it comes out. Hopefully we get some features. I would really like that. But if it is just the announcement of the game and maybe a cover athlete, that is okay too. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you're having a great day. Stay safe out there. Stay in your house. Wear a mask if you do go out. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Comment down below what you think about NASCAR Heat 5 and for the future, which is NASCAR Heat 6 or NASCAR Heat 2021, whatever it's going to be called. But for the future of the next gen consoles, how they're going to be able to implement a new engine into the next gen consoles and hopefully create a really solid game that is of AAA quality. Hopefully, but probably not. But hopefully. See you guys later. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Stay safe. Peace out.
I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried, my love, she keeps me warm.